Canada, our home and native land. True patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God, keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
White hello everyone. Dina, Jules, and Squawks. I just said hello everyone. My name is Dina Jules. And I come from a long line of chiefs and medicine people from the Tecumseh to Secwepemc. My late paternal grandfather was Joe Jules, who was a former band counselor for many years, and he also served as acting chief. My late grandmother was Agnes Duncan. My maternal grandfather is former band counselor Tommy Casmer, and my late grandmother was Sadie Leonard. Both sets of my grandparents survived the Great Flu of 1918-1919. My late dad, Clarence Jules, was a former band counselor and chief of Tecumseh to Secwepemc for many years, and he won an award for Canada for his life's work. My mom, who is still with us, is married Dolores Jules, and she started the Kamloops Powwow over 40 years ago, and she won the Silver Jubilee Award in Kamloops for her life's work. For the TRU Graduate Convocation, I am welcoming you to the ancestral lands of the Tecumseh to Secwepemc people, who have been the caretakers of this land since time immemorial. And one of the prayers that you can say every morning to help you with each day as you stand firmly with your feet on Mother Earth, use your 5 senses to give thanks to our Creator of all good things. Give thanks for all the beauty that you see with your eyes. Give thanks for all the sounds that you hear with your ears. Give thanks for all the scents that you smell with your nose. Give thanks for the tastes that you taste with your mouth. And for all the things that you feel, the sun, the wind, the rain, the snow, the warmth, and the cold. I pray that every morning you will continue to be open to your senses and acknowledge the gifts of creation. Release your negative thoughts and feelings and leave it behind by brushing the dust of it from your feet. Now you are ready to step into the gift of a new day, full of hope, promise, and potential. Give thanks for the gift of this new day, which the Creator of all good things has given to us. And I pray that you will continue to grow and flourish in your journey of life. Be safe, be kind, be the change that you wish to make in the world. And with the 215 ancestral remains that have been found in our community, I pray that for all people in the world, that they will truly love and respect themselves, that this will be a lesson for all races, the red, the yellow, the black, and the white, that no one is superior to the other, that everyone deserves love and respect and kindness. And I pray that we'll continue that way in our life, and that you'll teach that to your children, to always be loving in your heart to others, so that we'll end all of this hatred, and that we will always have love to give to everyone around us. Hughes Chooks. That is all. And I will sing you the welcome song. Just want to acknowledge my teacher of these songs, and that's be my grandmother, Mildred Goffredson. Her and my grandmother, Sadie Leonard, were first cousins. And when, with our kinship ties, your first cousins are your sisters, so she would be my grandmother. And then also with my Uncle Mitch. And when they did these songs, when we did many performances since we were really young, my Uncle Mitch always said that they had some Secwepemc words that went with this, and I lost all that when I went to the residential school, so I'm just trying to relearn. It says to welcome you to the beautiful mountains and to the beautiful lands and to the beautiful rivers and lakes that are here. Oh, yes, jokes.
Cook's Chat Cook Eldredina. Chweenuk, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dr. Christine Bovis-Knosson, and I am the Provost and Vice President Academic Research at Thompson Rivers University. And it is my absolute pleasure to be your MC for today's virtual ceremony. As I reflect on the past year, I am struck by how adaptable all of you have been throughout the final year of your studies at TRU. We are all impressed with your commitment to completing your credentials in far from usual circumstances. The life skills you have learned combined with your academic and practical skills will put you far ahead of my generation in terms of flexibility, grace under pressure, and maintaining a healthy balance and sense of humor. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Brett Fairburn, President and Vice Chancellor of Thompson Rivers University, who will welcome you.
Congratulations, class of 2021. You made it. At this ceremony, you're leveling up. Your new university credential testifies to your learning and your achievement. Waitakakakwaitakapa. In the language of these lands, hello to each and every one of you. My name is Brett Fairburn, and I'm President and Vice Chancellor at Thompson Rivers University. You are graduating from a very special university, one rooted in the beautiful territory of Secwepemc. We take our inspiration and our colors from these lofty hills that are covered in sage and pine, and from the deep blue waters in the valleys. We honor Kamloops to Secwepemc as our first house within Secwepemc. They're our hosts for our Kamloops campus, and we honor Taochalch as our second house, hosts for our Williams Lake campus. We're located on their unceded ancestral lands, and from these lands we serve students from nearby territories and from all over the world. That's you, all of you who are graduating today. This is a welcome time of success and celebration. It comes at the end of what's been an exhausting year for many. It's been a long 15 months of pandemic-related restrictions. In recent weeks, many in our community have been shaken. Discoveries at Kamloops to Secwepemc shone fresh light on Canada's residential school system, including tragedies and disappearances Indigenous communities have long known about. The news made the wounds and the hurt fresh for many. In times like these, a cause for celebration is welcome. And nothing is more worth celebrating than our hopes for our graduates, for your future lives, and the good that you will do in our communities. You've demonstrated hard work and determination to get to your goals. That's what's brought you to today, this culmination of your accomplishments. Perhaps it involved late nights of study, You may have been juggling work or care responsibilities along with your studies. Perhaps you moved away from home, or perhaps you wanted to move away and you couldn't. Maybe you had to get past that one special class or subject that was especially difficult. You got here to today because you met every challenge. Likely you did not do it alone. You had friends and family members supporting you and encouraging you along the way. Perhaps some of those friends and family members are with you now. Please take a moment to thank them from me. Or perhaps there's a favorite instructor or two who made a difference to you. Take a moment to think of them. Every year, there are a number of students who overcome exceptional personal challenges to achieve their degrees and certificates. With your hard work and your perseverance, you inspire all of us who work in higher education. Completing your studies is a milestone of your life. This is a hugely important moment for you and one that you will remember for all time. You'll remember your studies, your friends and your family, your convocation, and you'll remember the times in which you're graduating. People's experience is shaped by their times. My parents completed their studies in the aftermath of the Second World War. From those times, they carried with them a lifelong interest in ideas, politics, public affairs, law, and journalism. I finished university during the recession of the 1980s. That was a time of social and political strife, and I took with me a lifelong interest in community, democracy, and social movements. And you're graduating in memorable times. You will have stories for years to come about what you did during the pandemic of 2020, 2021, or maybe about what you didn't do. What will you remember about these times? And how will that memory shape what you do and what you experience next? You're graduating at a truly historic moment. And like a lot of historic moments, it hasn't been great for the people like you who've had to live through it. A lot of people have been sick or have had family members who were. Many businesses have been shut down and jobs have been lost. And pretty much everybody has missed out on social time, on the get-togethers of friends and family that mean so much to us and to our physical, social, and emotional and mental health. Health, jobs, socializing, competitive sports. So many facets of life have taken a hit this year. And it hasn't been equal for everybody. Young people have more keenly felt the restrictions and the job losses. As a group, women lost employment in a great many cases and took up greater caring responsibilities for others. Indigenous people, Black people, and others have generally had harder times in terms of jobs and health. The pandemic has contributed to rising levels of tension within and between countries, including more overt racism against people who are perceived to look foreign. From a global perspective, the past year has been something between a setback and a catastrophe. The Economist magazine estimated last month that so far there have been between 7 and 13 million excess deaths worldwide. That makes this pandemic the largest mass death episode in the 21st century. In Canada, more than 25,000 people have died from COVID-19. And some of you who are listening will be among those who are grieving family members, neighbors, and other acquaintances. I'm sorry for your loss. And it's not only that people have died. Over 130 million have been estimated to have been pushed into poverty worldwide. Health services have been disrupted around the world, causing so-called collateral damage of missed treatments for other diseases. Our drive to achieve sustainable development goals has been set back. The International Monetary Fund has estimated that the hit to the global economy will be $22 trillion in loss over 5 years. This might be the biggest moment of global crisis and change since my parents were in the Second World War. Those are the times that we are in, and we don't get to choose the times we're in. What matters is what you make of them, and that's why this convocation ceremony is a beacon of hope. What lessons will you take from these times that will help guide the rest of your life? We all learned many things during the pandemic. Like you, I had to become more comfortable with online learning and meetings. That may be a useful lifelong skill. I've learned how to find the button to turn the microphone on and off. At least most of the time. I still have some difficulty with that, even after 15 months. And I've learned how to manage when my cat interrupts my meeting. But I think there might be some larger themes to remember from times like these. And I'd like to suggest 3 things that you might consider when you look back on the present day from the vantage point of your future. The first theme is interconnectedness. You're graduating in a world that is globally interconnected as never before in human history. Both the COVID-19 pandemic and the vaccines that are ending the pandemic are examples of this. Diseases cross boundaries, and so the cures have to as well. It's a global challenge. And the pandemic illustrates interconnectedness in another way. The SARS-CoV-2 virus that causes COVID-19 is zoonotic in origin. And that means it comes from a class of viruses that mutate to cross over between animal and human populations. The virus is highly developed, but we have no immunity because humans have not had it before, only animals. So COVID-19 is an example of how the world of humans and the world of animals are interconnected. Our impacts on our environment help bring diseases like this one out. So our economy, our population, our environmental impact probably helped create this virus and will probably help create the next one like it. This pandemic is a deep, deep reminder of how we as humans are interconnected with each other and with all living things. And by the way, that deep view of interconnection is the guiding vision of our university. It's expressed in the Sequetmacene concept, Quetzalcoatl, that we are all related and interconnected with nature, with each other, and with all living things. There's a vision you might want to take with you wherever you go. I mentioned 3 themes. The second thing you might remember about these times in future years has to do with science. As we speak, a global pandemic is being stopped by amazing scientific discoveries that were deployed in a remarkably short period of time. Some of the vaccines being used around the world have been created by relatively conventional means, giving people inactivated virus to stimulate their immune systems. The Oxford AstraZeneca and the Johnson & Johnson vaccines are examples of a new category. They're created by inserting a distinctive spike protein from the COVID-19 virus into a different harmless virus. That exposure trains our bodies then to react to that distinctive spike without being exposed to the whole virus. Only a few vaccines have been made like that ever before. And the Pfizer-BioNTech and Moderna vaccines are marvels of modern science. These are vaccines that distribute messenger RNA into our cells to program our cells to produce the antibodies that are needed. That RNA technology has been developed over a 30-year period, but never before licensed for use in humans. Vaccines like these represent the cutting edge of science. Dozens of vaccines have been created and developed in barely 6 months in 2020 on the basis of years of basic scientific research, of course, and are now being rolled out around the world. Wikipedia tells me that as of a few days ago, some 1.9 billion doses of these and other vaccines have so far been administered worldwide. All of this is nothing short of amazing. So science matters. Facts matter. Data matters. All of these things make a practical difference to our lives. Vaccines affect, and for the better, your near-term prospects as graduates. Science means you're graduating toward the end of a pandemic. The world is opening up for you again, and you're ready for it. But it's not only science that's beating the pandemic, it's also you and me and us. In the last year, we've learned to use our judgment together to protect the vulnerable people in our communities. And we did this because of values. And values are a third thing to remember from these times. That's why we kept physical distance, washed our hands, wore our masks, isolated when we were not feeling well. And we're still doing all of that for now. Especially here in BC, people have done these things consistently and well. And that, in addition to vaccination, is what's been driving our case numbers down. This isn't just about individual choices. People don't follow norms and rules unless they trust that other people will do so too. So we've had to develop our trust in one another. Hard times don't produce mean people. Usually, they have the opposite effect. This pandemic has caused people to appreciate community in new ways. More people understand than ever before that there is no quality of life for individuals without quality of life for communities and for everybody in the communities. It's not an accident that the pandemic has seen a surge in the demand and drive for equity and inclusion. Those too are human and community values to remember. Medical doctor and commentator Dr. Radha Moghill recently identified 4 values that we've relied on together during this pandemic. First, respect, or in other words, consideration and showing a sense of regard for others and for ourselves. Respect includes respecting science, respecting caution, not going overboard one way or the other. And second, patience. Need I say more? Third, honesty. Think about who you've trusted during this pandemic. I bet it was people who were honest with you. Remember that and be honest with others. And finally, kindness. We've heard about that almost every week from BC's Public Health Officer, Dr. Bonnie Henry. Respect, patience, honesty, kindness. Powerful lessons for life. Those kind of community and human values are another thing to remember from these times. Graduates, you're moving forward into a time of interconnectedness, of science, a time of rediscovery of values of community and of inclusion. And most of all, you're graduating because of all these factors into a world that is opening up. All of this makes your education, your graduation, even more important. You've set yourself up in the best possible way for the opportunities in this changed and changing world. It won't be easy, but don't get discouraged. There are many paths to follow and many kinds of success. You're stronger than you think you are. You've already dealt with a pandemic. You've stayed engaged despite all the worries and all the challenges. You completed your studies. You're graduating, I've said, from a very special university, and I encourage you to take with you, wherever you go, the spirit of TRU. That's the spirit of Quetzalcoatlus, of interconnectedness, the spirit of science and of data, the spirit of community and of inclusion. And once again, congratulations, graduates. You did it.
I now call upon the Chancellor, Nathan Matthew, to say a few words and to formally award the degrees, diplomas and certificates.
Congratulations, graduates. I am honored to recognize your achievements at Thompson Rivers University as you celebrate your accomplishments with family and friends. Once again, as per COVID-19 restrictions, I am pleased to recognize your graduation virtually. COVID-19 reminds us that we are an interdependent global society. As a TRU graduate, you are better equipped to take on the challenges that face you in taking care of ourselves, one another, and the planet. The skills and knowledge you've gained and the values you represent will influence the people around you. Many of you will be embarking on new careers and new experiences, on further scholarship and grand adventures. You've worked hard. As you prepare for the next stage, take a moment to reflect on how far you've come and where you want to go next. Pursue your passions. Commit to lifelong learning. Thompson Rivers University is your alma mater and will remain for you a place of engagement, of learning, connection. Regardless of where your journey takes you, you are a member of the TRU family. Stay in touch. Again, congratulations. I wish you health and continued success on the path you have chosen to travel. By the powers vested in me as Chancellor of Thompson Rivers University, I confer the certificates, diplomas, and degrees with all the consequent privileges and responsibilities, in absentia, to our graduates today.
Derek Reed Peter Hanna, Bachelor of Education degree. Tara Haskill, Bachelor of Education degree. Jacob Michael Mattis, Bachelor of Education degree. Taylor Catherine Mary Morrison, Bachelor of Education degree. Jennifer Lee Edwards, Bachelor of Education degree. Rhea Ashley Hollister, Bachelor of Education degree. Taylor Adriana Miller, Bachelor of Education degree. Vanessa Jean Hennessy, Bachelor of Education degree. Jasmine Roxanne Storvold, Bachelor of Education degree. Jared Matthew Comic, Bachelor of Education degree. Jessica Major, Bachelor of Education degree. Zachary Quinton Fernstrom, Bachelor of Education degree. Madison Chandler Smith, Bachelor of Education degree. Celeste Rosemary Loisel, Bachelor of Education degree. Natasha Kathleen Ferguson, Bachelor of Education degree. Indigo Johnson, Bachelor of Education degree. Michelle Louise Rivette, Bachelor of Education degree. Carla Jacqueline Hawes, Bachelor of Education degree. Allison Lee Marcus, Bachelor of Education degree. Anika Lucy Jungheim, Bachelor of Education degree. Nicole Marie Flottorp, Bachelor of Education degree. Elise Marie Hoshowski, Bachelor of Education degree. Lexa Milena Huibert, Bachelor of Education degree. Kimberly Cara Marie Koster, Bachelor of Education degree. Rachel May Paith, Bachelor of Education degree. Ronnie Evelyn Richel McCrae, Bachelor of Education degree. Kelsey Altwater, Bachelor of Education degree. Zachary Peter Martin Millward, Bachelor of Education degree. Brianne Lynn Erickson, Bachelor of Education degree. Melissa Kim Green, Bachelor of Education degree. Jacob Frank Bigham, Bachelor of Education degree. Dawson Gorman, Bachelor of Education degree. Charmaine Tegan Wilson, Bachelor of Education degree. Alexander David Peterson, Bachelor of Education degree. Shayla Elizabeth and Lipquich, Bachelor of Education degree. Monica Anna Custer, Bachelor of Education degree. Jocelyn Marie Pogenpole, Bachelor of Education degree. 7 McKeely David Dre Skifiel, Bachelor of Education degree. Leslie Marie Campbell, Bachelor of Education degree. Global Competency. Madeline Della Madland, Bachelor of Education degree. Kelsey Marie Stewart, Bachelor of Education degree. Brittany Adele McKay, Bachelor of Education degree. Paige Nicole Hauser, Bachelor of Education degree. Sarah Alicia Bonderud, Bachelor of Education degree. Kelsey Elise Hutnick, Bachelor of Education degree. Kimberly Ashlyn Martin, Bachelor of Education degree. Donry Athena Helmer, Bachelor of Education degree. Global Competency, Leadership in Environmental Sustainability. Megan Mariko Naka, Bachelor of Education degree. Blake Lewis, Bachelor of Education degree. Shay Caldwell McTaggart, Bachelor of Education degree. Carly Sachek, Bachelor of Education degree. April Bailey, Bachelor of Education degree. Brian Keith Frail, Bachelor of Education degree. Tamsin Alexandra Bell, Bachelor of Education degree. Chloe Alice Callender, Bachelor of Social Work degree. Kathleen Lorraine McDonald, Bachelor of Social Work degree. Jacqueline Rose Matisse, Bachelor of Social Work degree. Mandy Marie Posabon, Bachelor of Social Work degree. Erica Dawn Picton, Bachelor of Social Work degree. Erin Rose Gilbert, Bachelor of Social Work degree. Warren William Arnoldus, Bachelor of Social Work degree. Rachel McKay Fermeyer, Bachelor of Social Work degree. Caitlin Sweetnam, Bachelor of Social Work degree. Nikki Lee Wolfenden, Bachelor of Social Work degree. Jamie Deanne Berger, Bachelor of Social Work degree. Krista Esther Vandergucht, Bachelor of Social Work degree.
Yay, we did it! Happy graduation, everybody, in the class of 2021. Woo, woo.
Emily Rose Bartle, Bachelor of Social Work degree. Ray and May Akers, Bachelor of Social Work degree. Tizhan Andalyn Delorier Jones, Bachelor of Social Work degree. Cassidy Margaret Fletcher, Bachelor of Social Work degree. Carolee Maria Aiken, Bachelor of Social Work degree. Henrietta Caracas, Bachelor of Social Work degree. Kennedy Page Armstrong, Bachelor of Social Work degree. Megan Michelle Hawker, Bachelor of Social Work degree. Danielle Elisa Christine Olson, Bachelor of Social Work degree. Stacy Carmen Deeg, Bachelor of Social Work degree. Kristen Mary Morgan, Bachelor of Social Work degree. Tabitha Corzette Butler, Bachelor of Social Work degree. Kennedy Taylor Healy, Bachelor of Social Work degree. Danielle Lee Guzikowski, Bachelor of Social Work degree. Jamie Lee Peebles, Bachelor of Social Work degree. Brianne Jade Optendries, Bachelor of Social Work degree. Olivia Rose Gaba, Bachelor of Social Work degree. Crystal Dawn Turner, Bachelor of Social Work degree. Carlene Marie Plourde, Bachelor of Social Work degree. Bethany Joy Chafee, Bachelor of Social Work degree. Amanpreet Madan, Bachelor of Social Work degree. Anna Rizov, Bachelor of Social Work degree. Alice May George, Bachelor of Social Work degree. Samantha Rose Starr, Bachelor of Social Work degree. Demi Alexandria Adanjo, Bachelor of Social Work degree. Stuart Allen McWilliam, Bachelor of Social Work degree. Aaron Craig McCallum, Bachelor of Social Work degree. Jenna Kathleen Smith, Bachelor of Social Work degree. Braden Daggett, Bachelor of Social Work degree. Jean Michaela Bonaf Albutra, Bachelor of Social Work degree. Alicia Mark, Bachelor of Social Work degree. Sophie Hilda Grace Barnes, Bachelor of Social Work degree.
Hi everyone from Ottawa, my name is Sophie. I'm super excited to be graduating into the BSW class of 2021. I'm super thankful for all the professors and people I met.
Lorena Marlene Hammond Maley, Bachelor of Social Work degree. Catherine Cocatelo Waterer, Bachelor of Social Work degree. Mercedes Nagel, Bachelor of Social Work degree. Alicia Cack, Bachelor of Social Work degree. Ravinder Manget, Bachelor of Social Work degree. Dustin Oldham, BC Adult Graduation Diploma. Renee Roberta and Williams, BC Adult Graduation Diploma. Kimberly Elizabeth and Dean, BC Adult Graduation Diploma.
I can officially say that I am a high school graduate at 32 years old, and I begin a new journey in the fall when I start the registered nursing program at TRU.
Camilla Sedek, BC Adult Graduation Diploma. Sebastian Michael Lee Davis, BC Adult Graduation Diploma. Syed Zia U.R. Raymond, BC Adult Graduation Diploma. Leslie Ray Gagnon Tennant, BC Adult Graduation Diploma. Keegan Horton, BC Adult Graduation Diploma. Maddie Rose Elaine Powell, BC Adult Graduation Diploma. Christina Yvonne Ellis, BC Adult Graduation Diploma. Megan Andrea Patterson, Child and Youth Mental Health Graduate Certificate. Yuchin Leo, Early Childhood Education Diploma. Alicia Dawn Jean Knott, Early Childhood Education Diploma. Kathleen Elisa Archie, Early Childhood Education Diploma. Pamela Christine Lefevre, Early Childhood Education Diploma. Early Childhood Education Infant Toddler Certificate. Dabin Hahn, Early Childhood Education Diploma. Shayla Caitlin Wingerack, Early Childhood Education Diploma. Darcy Michelle Phillip, Early Childhood Education Diploma. Georgia Pearl Chatterley, Early Childhood Education Diploma. Ting Ting Lee, Early Childhood Education Diploma. Early Childhood Education Infant Toddler Certificate. Dawn Zanstra, Early Childhood Education Diploma. Chingwen Su, Early Childhood Education Diploma. Early Childhood Education Infant Toddler Certificate. Priya Aurora, Early Childhood Education Diploma. Early Childhood Education Infant Toddler Certificate. Kasaya Danelle Hewitt, Early Childhood Education Diploma. Hannah Michelle Marie Pelland, Early Childhood Education Diploma. Chantel Maureen Southam. Early Childhood Education Diploma. Early Childhood Education Infant Toddler Certificate. Rylene Deanna Doble. Early Childhood Education Infant Toddler Certificate. Samantha Jane Behrman. Early Childhood Education Infant Toddler Certificate. Sarah Kathleen Doan. Early Childhood Education Infant Toddler Certificate. Natalie Dawn McDonald. Education and Skills Training Certificate. Graydon David Gerard Newt. Education and Skills Training Certificate. Riley Robert Paduvelnikoff. Education and Skills Training Certificate. Carl James Jensen. Education and Skills Training Certificate. Nathan Patrick Vanass. Education and Skills Training Certificate. Sarah Elizabeth Samuel. Education and Skills Training Certificate. Jasmine Brooke Bilesma. Education and Skills Training Certificate. James Charles Spinks. Education and Skills Training Trades Assistant Certificate. Andrew Allen Freund. Education and Skills Training Trades Assistant Certificate. John Lyons Walter. Education and Skills Training Trades Assistant Certificate.
Thank you everyone for doing everything to make this program possible and to keep it going even when we're in the midst of this pandemic. It's been a great privilege and honor.
Caleb Ryan Krause. Education and Skills Training Trades Assistant Certificate. Jack Jasper Kieran Will Ross. Education and Skills Training Trades Assistant Certificate. Austin Bradley Jackman. Education and Skills Training Trades Assistant Certificate. Donovan Anthony Tefault. Education and Skills Training Trades Assistant Certificate. Joseph Mantla Adams. Education and Skills Training Trades Assistant Certificate. Colton Bruce Vernon Falkovich. Education and Skills Training Trades Assistant Certificate. Amy Elizabeth Grieve. Education Assistant and Community Support Certificate. Shira Dene Brown. Education Assistant and Community Support Certificate. Gail Louise Boxer. Education Assistant and Community Support Certificate. Sarah Dewey. Education Assistant and Community Support Certificate. Julie May Rose Manderson. Education Assistant and Community Support Certificate. Sheena Leanne Grover. Education Assistant and Community Support Certificate. Emily Margaret Stewart. Education Assistant and Community Support Certificate. Rael Lynn Poor. Education Assistant and Community Support Certificate. Erica Crystal Michelle Chapman. Education Assistant and Community Support Certificate. Richard Tracy. Education Assistant and Community Support Certificate. Caitlin Ashley Bromley. Education Assistant and Community Support Certificate. Sheann May Camps. Education Assistant and Community Support Certificate. Jaden Lloyd. Education Assistant and Community Support Certificate. Maggie and Bernard. Education Assistant and Community Support Certificate. Emily Grace Nichols. Education Assistant and Community Support Certificate. Claire Marie Anderson. Education Assistant and Community Support Certificate. Kester Boder. Education Assistant and Community Support Certificate. Katie and Marshall. Education Assistant and Community Support Certificate. Catherine Elizabeth Browning. Education Assistant and Community Support Certificate. Heather Leander Reuter, Education Assistant and Community Support Certificate. Mariah Parmenter, Education Assistant and Community Support Certificate. Emma Brooke Dean, Education Assistant and Community Support Certificate. Kaylee Marie Cook, Education Assistant and Community Support Certificate. Samantha Audrey Goodman, Education Assistant and Community Support Certificate. Jessica Amy Marie Woods, Education Assistant and Community Support Certificate. Megan Linnea Grinberg, Education Assistant and Community Support Certificate. Tara McGuire, Education Assistant and Community Support Certificate.
Congratulations, everyone! We did it! Woo! And a special thank you to the teachers that were able to change and adapt to make this year happen. Truly appreciate it.
Rebecca Bolt, Education Assistant and Community Support Certificate. Desiree Brody New, Education Assistant and Community Support Certificate. Madison Kathleen Irene Azes, Education Assistant and Community Support Certificate. Blair Norman McLeod, Education Assistant and Community Support Certificate. Lynn Judith Julius, Education Assistant and Community Support Certificate. Anna Lynette Fowler, Education Assistant and Community Support Certificate. Tracy Lynn Johnston Watson, Education Assistant and Community Support Certificate.
Congratulations, everyone. Cheers.
Chantal Aline Marie Lipka, Education Assistant and Community Support Certificate. Sherilyn Angelic Stump, Educational Studies Graduate Certificate. Yuhang Chen, Educational Studies Graduate Certificate. Yunfei Zhang, Educational Studies Graduate Certificate. Shan Hu, Educational Studies Graduate Certificate. Shan Liu, Educational Studies Graduate Certificate. Shimeng Jia, Educational Studies Graduate Certificate. Ting Liu, Educational Studies Graduate Certificate. Ana Lazelia Hernandez, Educational Studies Graduate Certificate. Late Fat Olamide Shakoya, Educational Studies Graduate Certificate. Zipping Wu, Educational Studies Graduate Certificate. Rona Ria Arcega Obispo, Educational Studies Graduate Certificate. Liu Sun, Educational Studies Graduate Certificate. Chuying Jiao, Educational Studies Graduate Certificate. Ao Zhua, Educational Studies Graduate Certificate. Thursday Huyen Nan Nguyen, Educational Studies Graduate Certificate. Sidong Liu, Educational Studies Graduate Certificate. Zara Abdullahi, Educational Studies Graduate Certificate. Hikmat Iobula Adelai, Educational Studies Graduate Certificate. Xiaoman Ren, Educational Studies Graduate Certificate. Rui Yin, Educational Studies Graduate Certificate. Jyoti Mahadevan Iyer, Educational Studies Graduate Certificate. Sohana Raman, English as a Second or Additional Language Academic Preparation Certificate. Yiming Kai, English as a Second or Additional Language. Lan Nag, English as a Second or Additional Language. Sparsh Dhingra, English as a Second or Additional Language. David Estefano Cadena, English as a second or additional language. Myra Diniz Landim. English as a second or additional language academic preparation certificate. English as a second or additional language advanced academic preparation certificate. David Rodrigo Cadena. English as a second or additional language. Makoto Ida. English as a second or additional language academic preparation certificate. English as a second or additional language intermediate certificate. Artem Spacov. English as a second or additional language. Prabhat Soni. English as a second or additional language advanced academic preparation certificate. Jaspreet Singh Dillon. English as a second or additional language advanced academic preparation certificate. Hiran Bala. English as a second or additional language advanced academic preparation certificate. Hajra Aswadislam Vishal. English as a second or additional language advanced academic preparation certificate. Marzia Sharani. English as a second or additional language advanced academic preparation certificate. Zarin Tazan Oishi. English as a second or additional language advanced academic preparation certificate. Nadia Sadeghi. English as a second or additional language intermediate certificate. A. Kyung Lim. English as a second or additional language intermediate certificate. Christopher Garth Blois. Human Services Diploma. Sarah Molly Danielson. Human Services Diploma. Taylor Marlene Duncan. Human Services Diploma. Valerie Louise Pearson. Human Services Diploma. Tammy Lynn Hackett. Human Services Diploma. Megan Leanne Selsky. Human Services Diploma. Jillian Helena Westlund Barnett. Human Services Diploma. Cara Lee Cassie Wright. Human Services Diploma. Alyssa Joyce Eva Pettit. Human Services Diploma. Tanya Ruth Spauman. Human Services Diploma. Taylor Sean Hardle. Human Services Diploma. Kiara Lee Visser. Human Services Diploma. Riley Brienne Smeaton. Human Services Diploma. Desiree Lenora Luce. Human Services Diploma. Tyra Jordan Joseph. Human Services Diploma. Irma Sarai Choto Martinez. Human Services Diploma. Amber Jennifer Lavoie. Human Services Diploma. Owen Pitzel. Human Services Diploma. Libby and Elliott. Human Services Diploma. Melinda Sherry Johnson. Human Services Diploma. Ileana Musinova. Master of Education degree. Yu Wong. Master of Education degree. Alyssa Lauren Vanderleek. Master of Education degree. Cassie D. Jones. Master of Education degree. Angela Katerina Steffel. Master of Education degree. Michael Victor Feisthuber. Master of Education degree. Ronald Roy Stiles. Master of Education degree. April Dawn St. Louis. Master of Education degree. Cheryl and Eagle. Master of Education degree. Elisabetta Barbara Buchan Coriale. Master of Education degree. Lorraine Alma Weaver, Master of Education degree. Serena Jane Reeves, Master of Education degree. Stephen John Marlowe, Master of Education degree. Jonathan Alexander Otto Harding, Master of Education degree. Jolene Elizabeth Teresa King, Master of Education degree. Emily and Elizabeth Oliver, Master of Education degree. Clinton Paul Molte, Master of Education degree. Stephen Weisgerber, Master of Education degree. Michael Mendonça, Master of Education degree. Allison Haley Milner, Master of Education degree. Pardeep Kaur Thandi, Master of Education degree. Kira Carr, Master of Education degree. Ghazala Mortazavi, Master of Education degree. Kevin Lap K-ing, Master of Education degree. And Claire Geddes, Master of Education degree. Andrew Charles Iozo, Master of Education degree. Jasmeet Kaur Pada, Master of Education degree. Icheng Song, Master of Education degree. Kirk David McFarlane, Master of Education degree. Andrew Tomlinson, Master of Education degree. Sheen Lu Chen, Master of Education degree. Le Phuc Van On Huyen, Master of Education degree. Christina Maria Paquette, Master of Education degree. Ishka Rodriguez, Master of Education degree. Kyla Evelyn Boye, Master of Education degree. Yuhang Wang, Master of Education degree. Yu Sun, Master of Education degree. Ziki Fu, Master of Education degree. Ravinder Kaur, Master of Education degree. Mao, Master of Education degree. Gurpreet Singh, Master of Education degree. Jiawei Chang, Master of Education degree. Erica Lynn Kirkpatrick, Master of Education degree. Gurit Kaur Dillon, Master of Education degree. Lauren Stelmaschuk, Master of Education degree. Yuya Wang, Master of Education degree. Virpal Kaur Dhaliwal, Master of Education degree. Angela Connolly, Master of Education degree. DMT Thursday Nguyen, Master of Education degree. Monique Marie Gregoire, Master of Education degree. Navpreet Kaur MAND, Master of Education degree. Chelsea Gomez, Master of Education degree. Melissa May Sumpton, Master of Education degree. Kaode Anthony Famasiah, Master of Education degree. Xingjie Jiang, Master of Education degree. Sukninder Kaur Dhaliwal, Master of Education degree. Runtong Lu, Master of Education degree.
Hi, I'm Runtong Cecily. Today I'm graduated from TRU Master of Education program, and I'm so happy I can study at TRU. Thank my mom and dad.
Christy Simonson, Master of Education degree. Margarita Ochoa Fernandez, Master of Education degree. Yuhan Luo, Master of Education degree. Rajmanpreet Kaur, Master of Education degree. Gagandeep Kaur, Master of Education degree. Subin Matthew, Master of Education degree. Yujing Zhou, Master of Education degree. Hong Chang, Master of Education degree. Kalea Helen Connell Caveberry, Master of Education degree. Marie Lydia Nelly Rungan, Master of Education degree. Brittany Hannah, Master of Education degree. Gagandeep Kaur, Master of Education degree. Xinan Shi, Master of Education degree. Jiayu Hong, Master of Education degree.
Graduated! I did it! Yay!
Yan Ren, Master of Education degree. Teresa Sonia Gill, Master of Education degree.
Everyone, I would like to thank you, my advisors, my instructors, and my peers, my friends who support me throughout my Master of Education program. Thank you.
Sapna Ajay Patil, Master of Education degree. Ksenia Mikse Lovna Kosayajit, Master of Education degree. Alexandra Christine Renwick, Master of Education degree. Ji Chiang Liang, Master of Education degree. Mackenzie Shea Rapwano, Master of Education degree. Harjot Kaur Sandhu, Master of Education degree. Payal Sharma, Master of Education degree. Shelby Janelle Klein, Master of Education degree. Darcy Hurd, Master of Education degree. Jaspreet Kaur, Master of Education degree. Harpreet Kaur, Master of Education degree. Samantha Lorraine Gates, Master of Education degree. Rajwinder Kaur, Master of Education degree. Ramanpreet Kaur, Master of Education degree. Karambir Kaur, Master of Education degree. Matthew Carl Burford, Master of Education degree. Alicia and Hadley, Online Teaching and Learning Graduate Certificate. Sarah and Cook, Online Teaching and Learning Graduate Certificate. Dallas Janine Gardner, Social Service Worker Certificate. Lauren Francis Korchak, Social Service Worker Certificate. Lucas Terrence McFarland Field, Social Service Worker Certificate. Shalina Love, Social Service Worker Certificate. Lois Retta Barrowman, Social Service Worker Certificate. Ramona Celeste Shaw, Social Service Worker Certificate. Capri Lainette Jones, Social Service Worker Certificate. Saki Kamada, Social Service Worker Certificate. Maxine Elizabeth Defoe, Teaching English as a Second Language Certificate. Caitlin Marina Lomas, Teaching English as a Second Language Certificate. Mara Willis Ruth Odette, Teaching English as a Second Language Certificate. Alex Cameron McClellan, Teaching English as a Second Language Certificate. Sherry Epler, Teaching English as a Second Language Certificate. Sylvie Patricia Lloyd, Teaching English as a Second Language Certificate. Chloe Sinead Curry, Teaching English as a Second Language Certificate. Jennifer Day Scharf, Teaching English as a Second Language Certificate. Janelle Elizabeth Joy Young, Teaching English as a Second Language Certificate. Catherine Brooks, Teaching English as a Second Language Certificate. Evan Stewart Andrew Hilchey, Teaching English as a Second Language Certificate. Sarah Morgan Cowger, Teaching English as a Second Language Certificate. G. Hay Kwok, Teaching English as a Second Language Certificate. Ken Masalski, Teaching English as a Second Language Certificate. Xian Liu, Teaching English as a Second Language Certificate. Tali Dawn Salin, Teaching English as a Second Language Certificate. Melissa and Rudder, Teaching English as a Second Language Certificate. Riva Bawa, Teaching English as a Second Language Certificate.
Honorable Chancellor, the Governor-General's Academic Silver Medal and the TRU Medal in Education goes to the eligible baccalaureate degree program graduating student who has achieved the highest grade point average over the assessment period. The Governor-General's Academic Medal Silver and the TRU Medal in Education are awarded to Russ Walton. Russ Walton has worked as an ecologist for over 30 years. After training many young technicians, a career move was in order. Russ decided to pursue teaching full-time. He first experienced teaching as a co-op student in the 1980s whilst obtaining a Bachelor of Arts degree from Carleton University and went on to earn a Master of Science degree in biology from the University of Guelph. Pursuing a Bachelor of Education Secondary in STEM at TRU was a natural next step in his path to teaching. Russ particularly enjoyed the small class sizes at TRU and the emphasis his instructors placed on bringing a diverse range of experiences to the classroom. Russ completed practica at Chase Secondary School, Norcam Secondary School, and Westside Secondary School. Since graduation, Russ has enjoyed teaching full-time in Kamloops. Congratulations, Russ, and all of the very best for your future. Honorable Chancellor, the TRU Medal in Social Work goes to the eligible graduating student who has achieved the highest grade point average over the assessment period. The TRU Medal in Social Work is awarded to Katie Kokotelo Waterer. Katie Kokotelo Waterer graduates with a Bachelor of Social Work. She credits TRU's skilled and knowledgeable faculty for delivering high-quality instruction and for inspiring her to pursue a career supporting people and community. Since graduating, she has started to work with people experiencing homelessness and substance use. When not working, Katie hopes to spend more time outdoors pursuing her hobbies: ski touring, mountain biking, and camping. Congratulations, Katie, and all of the very best for your future.
Waikta. Hello. I'm Jane Hughes. I'm the Associate Dean in the Faculty of Education and Social Work here at Thompson Rivers University. And I'm so pleased today to be able to offer warm congratulations to each and every student who is graduating today with a certificate, diploma, or degree from the Faculty of Education and Social Work. It's been quite a year, full of challenges and I hope some rewards. I know that your program faculty, your program staff, support staff, and the Dean would want me to acknowledge today and would join me in acknowledging and recognizing your hard work, your dedication to your studies, and the extraordinary flexibility and adaptability that you have shown in response to the change over the last year that none of us could have predicted. I'm standing here today in front of the Arts and Education building where we would normally gather together to celebrate your success and to meet the family and friends who've supported you along the way. We hope that you have a chance today, a safe opportunity to celebrate at least with some of them. We know that you are going to do great things in the future, and we wish you all the very best. Thank you, Cooks-Chacham. And it is my honor today to introduce Leslie Campbell, this year's valedictorian in the Faculty of Education and Social Work. Leslie Campbell is graduating today from the Bachelor of Education program. While on a volunteer trip to Kenya, Leslie was inspired to pursue teaching as a profession by her middle school teacher, Mrs. DeCoke, who showed her the impact teachers can have on the lives of their students. Leslie has served as an Aboriginal peer mentor at Chapulqueton, the Gathering Place, as a member at large and treasurer of Kappa Beta Gamma sorority, and as Indigenous representative for Trusu's Equity Committee. Leslie was awarded the TD Aboriginal Mentor Award in 2018 and Faculty of Education and Social Work Study Awards in 2019 and 2021. Leslie is currently teaching on-call in Chilliwack and is preparing to begin teaching at Chehalis Community School. Leslie is grateful that she could connect with her fellow students and instructors during a unique and challenging pandemic learning experience, and she is looking forward to fostering strong connections with her future students. Thank you, Cooks-Chacham.
Dedicated staff, accomplished faculty, special guests, and fellow graduates. It is an absolute honor to appear on your screens today and represent such an inspiring group of students at Thompson Rivers University Faculty of Education and Social Work Convocation. The success we all enjoy today did not come without a cost. In fact, we are gathered here to celebrate precisely because this day marks such a wondrous achievement. The hours of studying, the days of preparation, the weeks of final exams, and the years of dedication we have all spent to achieve this momentous accomplishment cannot be overstated. I would like to take this moment to thank the faculty, teachers, and mentors that have invested in our education. What an impact the tools, guidance, and opportunities you provided have made along the way. We thank you for the role you play in shaping us into the people we've become. To our friends, classmates, and now colleagues who were there through the 12-hour days and the Zoom calls, the adventures and the misadventures, thank you for being a family and a support network away from home. To all of our families who have been in our corner, supporting and motivating us in achieving our goals, you are an indispensable influence behind our education and in our futures. We truly cannot thank you enough for all the time, effort, wisdom, and love you've provided. It means the world. Most importantly, I want to congratulate my fellow graduates. Despite the incredible challenges brought on by this historic pandemic, we have all grown as individuals and as a team, showing great determination and resilience. Graduation is a life event that cannot be overshadowed and will not be forgotten. We all stand as graduates, whether we all stand together or we stand as distant individuals. We will forever be the class of 2021. Thankfully, this is not the end of our journey, but a signpost on our pathways through life. We will face uncertainty and in the darkest hours be tempted to choose a path that is only advantageous to us. But I want to emphasize that it is the actions we undertake to support our friends, families, and communities that reap the highest rewards. Janet Napolitano once said, "You don't go to university so you can punch a clock. You go to university so you can be in a position to make a difference." We go forth now, not to finish projects, reports, or lesson plans, but to make substantial changes in our world. Today is the day to celebrate your calling to join some of society's grand professions. Cherish this calling, for it will be tested. I'm not only proud, but humbled to call myself a TRU graduate, and to stand alongside each of you. I'm eager to see what the future holds for all of us. On behalf of Thompson Rivers University, Faculty of Education and Social Work, I wish you nothing but the best in your futures.
At this point in the ceremony, I would like to call upon TRU Alumni Manager, Mr. Dustin Mcintyre, to welcome you as TRU's newest alumni.
Hello, graduates, and welcome to the TRU alumni community. On behalf of all TRU alumni, I want to offer you my sincerest congratulations on what you've accomplished. I also want to thank your friends, family, professors, staff, and everyone else who supported you along the way. I am thrilled that your name sits among the more than 60,000 Caribou College, UCC, and TRU alumni in a truly global community over a 50-year storied history. Now more than ever, I encourage you to take the time and thank those who supported you and helped you along this remarkable experience. Take a moment to reflect on what it took you to get here and be excited about the next step in your journey. Your foundation is strong, and it'll carry you to wherever you'd like to go. Many of you will be continuing on with your educational journey, many more entering the workforce, and some of you will take a completely different journey. But right now in this moment, you are all here together to celebrate. Enjoy being a lifelong learner and embrace sharing your experiences and covet your time here. I encourage you to stay in touch with the TRU Alumni Office. Share your stories and celebrations. We want to celebrate with you. Your journey and time at TRU is unique and special. You are now a TRU alumni. So again, welcome to the TRU alumni family. Congratulations on all you have accomplished, and thank you again.
As the ceremony comes to a close, I would like to add my own heartiest congratulations to the graduates on your success. One chapter of your life is closing and another is opening. Seize the opportunities that come your way. To our honorary doctorates, to our professors and educators emeritus, congratulations to all of you. To Dr. Alan Shaver, mentor, academic, colleague, friend, and former president, warmest congratulations on becoming President Emeritus. This recognition is richly deserved. And for TRU's faculty and staff, congratulations and my everlasting gratitude to all of you for all of your hard work this past year and all that you have done to support student success. This ends TRU's virtual ceremony for Spring 2021 Convocation. I would like to thank all of you for watching today. Please enjoy the rest of your day and please look after yourselves and one another.